Hello and welcome to another episode of our channel. This time, we are discussing Grammys 2022 winner Jon Batiste, who secretly married his partner of 8 years. Stay with us for more interesting details and share with your friends. Jon Batiste won big at the 2022 Grammys on Sunday night, but the musician apparently already had plenty to celebrate as he also recently married his partner of 8 years, Suleika Jaouad. The singer and Jaouad secretly wed in February, exchanging vows the day before she was scheduled to undergo a bone marrow transplant surgery. That trip to the hospital came 5 months after Jaouad was diagnosed with leukemia for the second time. On Sunday, Batiste took home 5 Grammy Awards, including the biggest award of the night, winning Album of the Year for We Are, and beating out major pop stars like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Lil Nas X, Doja Cat, and Olivia Rodrigo. In an interview with CBS Sunday Morning, Jaouad, who is the author of the best-selling cancer memoir Between Two Kingdoms, confirmed the bittersweet news. "We got married the day before I was admitted to the hospital to undergo my bone marrow transplant," she told CBS correspondent Jim Axelrod.
But before exclusive details, please subscribe our channel and hit bell icon. It definitely helps you to watch what we are watching.
"We have known that we wanted to get married, I think, from the first week that we started dating. That's when Jon first brought up the topic of marriage to me. So, we've had 8 years. She added with a laugh, "This is not, a hasty decision." Because of the impromptu nature of their tiny, beautiful, little ceremony, the author said that they had to forego a few traditional elements, including exchanging formal wedding rings. "We use bread ties," she said. Batiste added that his new bride's latest struggles with leukemia are not going to interrupt the plan that we have. "This is just a bump in the road." He went on to explain that their marriage is an act of defiance. "The darkness will try to overtake you, but just turn on the light. Focus on the light, hold on to the light." Jaouad went on to explain that after she was diagnosed for the second time, Batiste confessed to her that he had been planning on proposing for a year. "He said to me, 'I just want to be very clear, I'm not proposing to you because of this diagnosis. It's taken me a year to design your ring. So, just know this timing has nothing to do with it. But what I do want you to know is that this diagnosis doesn't change anything. It just makes it all the clearer to me that I want to commit to this and for us to be together. But once we realized we had this tiny window before the bone marrow transplant, we decided to go for it," she said. The author continued, "And thanks to a friend, we were able to arrange to get a marriage license at the very last minute, while I was in the OR getting a catheter placed into my chest. And it was absurd. There were nurses around, there were surgeons around. We had this computer, I was in a hospital gown. But we made it happen. And that night we went and bought our wedding outfits together, very last minute, lots of laughter. But it was, not anything like what we'd imagined. There were maybe 4 people present. It was private, it was tiny, and it was perfect." Jaouad concluded, "And I'll tell you, we walked into that bone marrow transplant unit on cloud 9. We were so happy, so brimming with love and positivity from this beautiful evening that we'd had. And I really believe that that carried us through. That sense of community, that sense of love, that sense of joy and spontaneity were so important."